And this is sort of the fast part. This really isn't that hard as much as just knowing what to do. Welcome back to the third and final installment of How to Music video series. Drum roll, please. How to publish your song. I'm going to break down publishing your song into 3 parts. We're going to export the song, we're going to master the song, and then we're going to hear the song. But first, leave a comment down below. Let me know if you've watched the first 2 videos and that's what got you here. Have you written your song? Have you recorded your song? Are you ready to publish your song? Welcome back. My name is Rita Slanina, and I'm so glad you stuck with me through this series, the third and final installment, How to Publish Your Song. If you remember, we learned how to write our song. Number 2, we also learned how to record our song. And now we're going to learn the third and final step in publish our song. So this is going to be really fun. And this is sort of the fast part. This really isn't that hard as much as just knowing what to do and how to follow the steps. But first, make sure you like this video, subscribe, and don't forget to hit the notification bell so that you're notified every time we upload a video on this channel. You know, look, no one's telling anybody how this works. And it's so frustrating for me because I know so many people, especially young people, who want to write and do music, and they look up to all these people who do it, and I'll never get there, and no one's telling them how, and heaven forbid, you're trying to write a song and trying to publish a song, and you give up before you start because it's just very overwhelming. And hence, this is why I did the How to Music video series, because I really wanted to condense it down to like a super easy way to do it. And without further ado, let's learn how to publish a song.
So the first thing you're going to do in exporting your song is open up the software in which you have recorded your song. You'll see that I'm using GarageBand, and I have a share button, and I will be exporting to disk. That is the selection I will be making. In other software, the terminology is very similar. You're going to want to make sure the title is what you would like it to be. We are going to save it to the desktop just so it's easier to find. I just really like to see what I'm looking for. I can never find it when I put it anywhere else, so we put it on the desktop. Now, you are going to want to save it as a WAV file. You will convert it to an MP3 later on after it is mastered. But for now, you will do a WAV file because we are going to send it off and hire someone to master the song for us. And don't worry, this will not be super expensive. This will be cheap, economical, and super easy for you to do. Obviously, if you already know how to mix and master your final song into final product, you can skip this whole part because you already know what to do after this. After you have hit the export button, it is going to bounce the tracks out into the file that we have chosen and onto the desktop destination. And we can now close that out. Here is the file. I have a Christmas one. That's just whatever I title it. I'm going to double click it. It will still play in your audio play list of choice. I don't know. I mean, iTunes, QuickTime Player, I don't know, but I use iTunes, Apple Music. It will play it in the WAV file. Not in your CD, not on the radio, but it will play it in your music playlist. And we're only checking that it plays so that we know that it bounced out correctly and we can hear all the tracks. Sometimes when you hire someone to do the mixing and mastering for you, you may need to bounce out each track individually. And all that means is you mute all other tracks to the one song and only send out each individual recording. Mastering your song. We are going to find someone to master your song for you. This is going to be low cost, inexpensive. You're going to go to Fiverr.com. This is one of 2 ways. Fiverr.com, you're going to enter the search. You're going to put in mixing and mastering or mastering. where you should get a list, pages of results for producers who will be able to mix and or master, or both, your song. You're going to want to peruse a few, I would say 2 to 5, check them out, see what they're about. There's going to be some high cost and then there's going to be some low cost. This list seems to be updated often with new producers and mixers in the entertainment field often. Let's click on this guy. I have not used any of these people that we're looking at right now. This is just a random search for the video so that you can get an idea of what you're looking at when you go into Fiverr to find your producer to master your song. So we're going to look at his profile. We're going to see what the comments might be, the about the seller section, what his ratings are from people who have used him, what his packages he offers consist of. Some frequently asked questions. He's got a great profile, actually. This is this is actually looking really great, and this is somebody that I would actually consider using for one of my projects or one of my albums or one of my songs, rather. He actually looks pretty good. So you have kind of an idea of what you need to be looking at and looking for. So the second option I would consider is mastering services offered through CD Baby. They do both distribution and royalty collection if you so want them to do so, rather than relying on maybe ASCAP or I think BMG is the other one to collect your royalties for you. And I think this is a great one-stop shop for kind of everything. I personally have not used their services for mastering, but if you do the standard or pro publishing options, they do have a button that you can click to allow them to do the mastering for you to get it radio ready. It's a great service. I just haven't used it. I've always sort of leaned towards the individual sole proprietor on Fiverr and give the little guy a chance. But I think this is a great option. You may or may not have heard of the artist Macklemore, who also had used CD Baby for distribution and royalty collection, and we know how successful he had become and maintaining the rights to all of his own music. So something not to overlook, but to definitely investigate and see if this is going to work out for you. Of course, the fun part, I couldn't leave this out. When you do finally get everything published and out in the world, online, playing on all these different platforms, you will be able to Google and purchase and really push and market your music. So I just pulled up a couple examples here from some quick Google searches from my last album. I pulled the trigger as a full album. As you can see, I did distribute this through CD Baby distribution, and as you can see, it plays through YouTube Music, Apple Music, iHeartRadio. It's also on Spotify. It's also on Apple Music. It's also through Amazon Music. The possibilities are quite endless. And
if you want to see more videos with the process of the copyright, the stages to go through that, as well as the steps to go through what you need to do on CD Baby or even the BMG platform to publish your song through there, go ahead and hit me in the comments below.
Thank you guys so much for watching. Again, my name is Rita Slanina. Be sure to keep a lookout for the Quick Start Song Guide. See you guys next time. So excited. See ya.